Ho, everyone who thirsts, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come buy and eat. Yes, come buy wine and milk, without money and without price. Why do you spend money for that which is not bread, and your wages for that which does not satisfy? Listen carefully to me and eat what is good, and let your soul delight itself in abundance. The Lord says, incline your ear and come to me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, the sure mercies of David. Seek the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his ways, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy on him. And to our God he will abundantly pardon. There is a well of water springing up from my innermost being. Let's continue on today with having a heart of fire. I want you to read for yourself John chapter 4. Jesus and his disciples were going up to the Sea of Galilee, but it was necessary that they go through Samaria. The Jews had nothing to do with the Samaritans. And Jesus came to Jacob's well, and the disciples went to a nearby village to get food while Jesus rested his weary body at the well. There came a Samaritan woman to draw water from the well, and Jesus asked her for a drink of water. Then a woman of Samaria said to him, how is it that you, being a Jew, ask a drink from me? And Jesus answered and said to her, if you knew the gift of God, and who it is who says to you, give me a drink, you would have asked him, and he would give to you living water. That's what I want today. Water that's alive, water that's fresh, water that's bubbling up into everlasting life. But we need to be hungry, need to be thirsty, and have a desire after God. Jesus had got the attention of this Samaritan woman and said to her, whoever drinks of this water will thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water that I will give him will never thirst, but the water that I give will become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life. I believe that Jesus could see in this woman a great potential. He also sees in you and your life a tremendous potential. This encounter with Jesus at Jacob's well would have an effect on her family, her neighbourhood, her village, and the nation of Samaria. He wants you to have a fresh encounter with him today. I know, I'm sure in my heart that God is speaking to someone today. He wants to have a fresh encounter with you. It doesn't matter where you have been in life or where you have come from or what you have ever done. Jesus said to the woman, go and call your husband and come here. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said to her, you have said well, I have no husband, for you have had 5 husbands, and the one whom you now have is not your husband. It's obvious that this Samaritan woman had a passion and a desire to find fulfillment in life. And Jesus was going to take it and change it and make it a passion to serve him. Jesus said in the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 47, those that are forgiven much, they love much. And also, he says, those that are forgiven little, they love little. This Samaritan woman had God's mercy and grace just poured out upon her as Jesus spoke to her. She immediately left her pot and went back to the city and said, come and see a man that spoke to me. He told me all about myself. Is this the Christ? And they went out of the city and came to Jesus. Revival was about to start through the seeds of this one woman. And many of the Samaritans of the city believed in him because of the word of the woman who testified, he told me all that I'd ever done. Then the people urged Jesus to stay on with them a while. And so he stayed 2 days, and many more believed in him because of his word. And in the book of Acts chapter 8, when the church was persecuted, the disciples were scattered everywhere. And Philip went down to the city of Samaria and preached Christ to them. And multitudes with one accord heeded to the things spoken by Philip, hearing and seeing the miracles which he did. For unclean spirits, crying with a loud voice, came out of many who were possessed, and many who were paralyzed and lame were healed. And there was great joy in the city. We will continue on with this. In the meantime, let your heart continue to burn with a fire and a love for God.